Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Welcome to. I was going to. Do you know what? I was going to say welcome to Create and Craft because I was just watching Nigel May's last show on there. I'm sorry. Welcome to CraftStash Live. That's a really poor start, isn't it? Thank goodness it's Friday today. How are you? How are you all? Hope you're doing well and better than I am at the moment. Hello to Lynette and to Selena, to Deb, to Carmen, to Amy. Lots of regular names coming up. Lovely that you join us every week. Now, this is a little bit different this week. We're actually going to be changing the way we do our lives. Now, we're going to be live on Facebook and on YouTube again, which is good for. I know lots of you like to watch on YouTube, so that's really good. We've got Sam with me today as well. Not only are we going to be going through a couple of brand new launches, we're also going to be recapping everything that's happened this week, because very regularly lots of us kind of miss out on launches because there's so many at CraftStash every single week. Hi Maureen and Anita and Ellison and Laura. I saw Vicky was the first person to comment, so well done to you. Well done. Thank you for sitting here and waiting for us to go live. So lives are going to be changing ever so slightly. We're going to have a Friday live, of course, at 12:30 as always every single week as normal, but it is going to be a little bit different. Sometimes it's going to be a bit of a craft along. Sometimes it's going to be a big product launch. Sometimes it'll be a couple of little launches and just sort of recap things. So definitely join us every Friday. And on top of that, what we're going to be doing every week is setting off with a giveaway competition every Monday on our social pages, and then on the Friday I'll be announcing the winner. So it's another really good reason for you to be tuning in on a Friday to see if you were the winner. So what have we got for you today? Now, we have got a brand new Frida Kahlo launch, which I'm going to be demonstrating. We have got a brand new creative craft product nesting dies launch, which Sam's going to be demonstrating, and I've got to recap a very exciting week for you here at CraftStash with, if you're a VIP. So with all the VIPs, we have been having a Simply Made Crafts week. So a whole event all week since Monday. So you've been getting lots of offers, lots of new videos from Simply Made Crafts, bringing back old product and giving you amazing prices on them, things like that. So I'll recap all of that for you as well, because there's actually a few things that non-VIP members can get their hands on too there. So let's just see. Rachel Dye, hello to you. Lena from Denmark, hello. Hi Gemma, Gemma's here. Gemma is of course Sam's DT member. Sorry if I've missed anyone. I can literally only see 4 comments at a time, so I have to wait for them to scroll through. Shall we go and say hello to Sam? We've only got our hands at the minute, but it'd be nice to see sort of what she's looking at. Hey Sam.
Hello, how are you?
Very, very well, thank you. Like we haven't been talking for the last 10 minutes.
It's like presenters on the TV, isn't it? Then it's like they've just spoke to each other when actually they've been chatting for about half an hour.
Oh, it's so funny, especially when they kiss each other. Hello. What, you were just having coffee? What's going on?
I just realised I've got loads of stuff in view. I couldn't quite see it on my... I need in these pieces anyway, so that's fine.
Do not worry at all. Do not worry. I'm going to pop over to YouTube and say hello to a few people. Would you like to let us know what you're going to be doing today?
Yeah, so I've got these brand new nestables. These are the supersize nestables, which I know lots of people like. So in terms of the size, the supersize start from, well, they start from as small as like 1 inch. Mm-hmm. Some I think are even maybe a bit smaller, and they go right up to 8 inches. So they cover all your card sizes. You can obviously cut into them, do all kinds of fun things. I've got some really fun tutorials on ways to use your scraps. It's because I'm doing them all the time. Use your nesting dies. I put out a really lovely tutorial this morning using the circle. These are called rickrack, so it's that rickrack design or wavy design on the edges, but I've used the circle one already, so that's gone out. Lots of people are enjoying that. And just to give you a quick idea on how these look, I've got this sample here. Amazing. Which I've just layered up with the foam in between the layers. I've actually filmed this tutorial. I've used that beautiful bloom, which is from the latest Paper House Society. It's Tony Darroch's stamp there, so it looks really, really pretty. Another one is this one here. This is using the oval, so it's the same design, but I haven't used a colour foam. I've used just white, so and that's just pattern paper. So if you want to get all creative and stamp and colour, or if you just want to use your pattern papers, you can create some really lovely effects. So lots of dimension with those. And then if you've not seen the fun card that I put out, I showed Lou this yesterday. We thought it was very, very clever. So this is what's known as a spinning circle card, and I think it works just by pure coincidence. It works perfectly with the rickrack because they act like a puzzle, so they actually lock in. So this is how it looks, very confusing to the recipient, but basically you just turn it and they have to decide. They all move, and they have to work out where. It's better if I lie it flat. There
I was going to say, come on, Sam, how quickly can you do this?
See, I know, it's like, yeah, it'd be good though, wouldn't it? We should all send a different pattern or a different design and do like that. Would be a good group. I think kind of what do they call them when you have little different
activities?
Yeah,
kind of.
They give them like different things for each.
You can tell she's concentrating on a puzzle, can't you?
I was concentrating then. There we go.
Do you know what, Sam?
Charlie would love this.
He would
Adore this. If I'd known of this before his birthday, I would have definitely done this. I think because he's
put
really
the tiger
into his puzzles
on there.
at the moment.
Do you know what? You just took about 15 seconds to do that. I wasn't watching. I saw the Rubik's Cube World Championship yesterday, a clip of it. The winner got a whole Rubik's Cube done in just over 3 seconds.
That's crazy, isn't it? I've seen something like that before.
You've got a little bit of practice to go.
But this, again, I show you how you can do this with pattern paper. You don't have to stamp an image like I have it. You can actually make it even more challenging. You can add more layers. I've only got 4 circle dies on that, but you can do loads more, make it really, really difficult. So yeah, fun card. Check that one out. But these are the ones, 6 new designs, 6 new sizes, and I'll show you those all in a bit more detail in a second.
Great, lovely. So Sam's going to be in the background with me. I'm going to be looking at this. So Frida Kahlo. We'll come back to Sam in a minute, don't worry. She's got that demonstration. I can't wait to see that. I kind of know how it works, but I can't wait to see it actually put together. So Frida Kahlo has just launched on CraftStash this week. This is the second in the collection, so like the second edition, I guess, almost like the second season. There is more to the collection. There's the papers as well, which I'm just going to actually show you on here too. Everything we're showing you can get at craftstash.co.uk or craftstash.us if you're new to us and you've just stumbled across us. These are the papers and toppers. They are absolutely beautiful. So you've got 24 sheets in here. They're 8 by 8, so lots and lots of pattern and colour. Let's just see these spread out as well, so you can have a look. If you loved Frida Kahlo, the first one, now the first one sold out and we've restocked them. We expect this to go the same way, so do be quick if you love a bit of colour in your life. Sam, these are very you know, with the bright colours, and I know how much you love Frida. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I am actually going to see if I can add Sam to my video just here. Okay, so just bear with me, everybody. I'm doing a techie bit behind the scenes. So if I can just add her in here, I think so. Hang on a minute. Let's do this properly. Let's get on to me. Here we go. 2 seconds, everybody. I'm working in the background. If I come here now, Sam, would you like to say hello?
Hi.
There we go. Hopefully you can all hear her. Her video is underneath mine. I love technology. So there we go. We can actually hear Sam now. So I'm going to be demonstrating this in a moment. But let's just recap for you very quickly before we get into demonstrations. I do need to say hello to some people. I've said hello to a few people on Facebook. Let's do YouTube next. So Isla, hello to you, and B Jackson, Paint and Glitter. I forget your first name. I apologise. I've seen you on here so much. I'm like this with YouTube. Because obviously it comes up with your channel name, I don't always know your proper first name. So hello to you anyway. Linda Worth, she's seen that video from Sam this morning. It's brilliant. Louise Noah, Sally and Sharon, hello to you. We've got Ronnie, we've got Karen Reeves. Do you know what? So many names we see. And do you know, how many years have some of you actually been watching us? Because that's good fun. It sounds like a goodbye. It's not, I promise you. I'm just wondering how many years have you been watching? Because I've been doing this. Oh, goodness me. I was doing this way before the start of lockdown. So I reckon 3 or 4 years I've been doing the Facebook Lives. How long have you all been watching? I'm not sure. There's some beeping. I'm not sure where that came. This is because I've just put Sam's sound into our video, and then she's got all sorts going on. It would have been fine if it wasn't in the video. Never mind. We'll come to Sam in a moment. Shall we just recap the Simply Made Crafts VIP week? So I've got a list here because we've had something going on every day. So on Monday, myself and Victoria Bunn, you've got her in the comments there on Facebook. So Vicky is, if you don't know, she is Helen Griffin's design team member for Simply Made Crafts. myself and Vicky got together and we have done a YouTube collaboration. Now this is using Simply Made Crafts and my brand Textures and mixing the two of them together. So you've got 2 videos there that you can go and watch. We'd love it if you come and see us and obviously drop us a thumbs up and such. But within there is a code and that gets you 20% off of Textures or Simply Made Crafts using that code. Now if you're a CraftStash VIP, that means you can take 20% off of your items, like I say, Textures or Simply Made Crafts, and then you get your additional 10% off whatever the amount is left. So it's not quite 30%, but it's not too far off. So you've got a huge saving that's been made. Now that code is only going to be valid now until midnight tonight. It was a Monday to Friday offer, so you've still got time to catch up with that. So that was happening on Monday. Then we've got on Monday we also had a bundle offer as well to go alongside that. So that was one of the Simply Made Crafts dies along with the gorgeous metallic fabric paper as well. That's in your VIP area. Then on Tuesday, you'll have seen me and Helen doing the Scandi Dreams relaunch, and that was with the beautiful ephemera. You can catch up with that on YouTube or on Facebook. And again, you can go and see there's offers all over the place for Scandi Dreams. There's VIP offers and there's other offers as well that are not for VIPs. Then Helen has put up a gorgeous, kind of like a little treat drawer project on her YouTube channel. So that went on the Simply Made Crafts channel. Go and find that because I think that's just turned 2 years old. So it's quite a new channel really. And again, offers around that. We've got yesterday, Helen did a special VIP video with a beach hut die set and she made it look really Hawaiian. It was absolutely beautiful. Again, more offers around that beach hut die too. And today, finally, we have got an offer for VIPs that is part of Helen's Bee Garden collection along with some Creative Craft products, honeycomb. So there's a panel die and an embossing folder, and they're kind of bundled with the Bee Garden. That's a VIP offer for you today. I think I've covered everything this week. That's a huge Simply Made Crafts week. We are going to do a week for VIPs that is for Textures, for Made to Surprise, for Card Making Magic, and for My Creative Life as well over the following weeks and months. So look out for those. And if you do want to be a VIP, you want access to all of this, it's only $9.99 a month. Doesn't auto renew. I always say it every time. It's not $9.99 a month. It's $9.99 for the whole year. I need someone to sort of slap me on the wrist every single time I say that because it's not. It's $9.99 for the whole year and it does not auto renew. 1 week. I'll get it right. Okay, so shall I come down? Sam, you happy? Do you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to Sam. She does one of her cards and then I'll come and do Frida and then we go back to your second card. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm only doing one.
You're doing one. Sorry, I thought you were doing two. You had another one there when I joined you, so I thought you were doing two. Well, let's do yours first then anyway.
It's going to take me long enough anyway, so I decided to do a shape card today. So just to go back over these again then. So I'm going to use the square today. The circle one, you can just, again, to give you an idea, 8-inch diameter circle dies there. So if you like making those larger ones, but also, use it as your card blanks as well. So cut that and fold it in half and that will stand up as well and then build up. You can do like a rocker kind of style, but it won't rock because of obviously the design, but that kind of idea anyway. Square ones here, I think the square are popular. I think they're the ones that are selling the most when I last looked before we went live. Again, great huge sizes.
Really
there.
fun. Do you know what, Sam and I were talking the other day and saying with this sort of, we called it the Rick Rack, CraftStash called it the Rick Rack pattern, but there's it could be waves if you're doing a nautical theme. There's lots of other things. So I'd love to see in the comments or hear from people, what do these edges remind you of? What would you put them with? I mean, there's sort of the psychedelic sort of 60s or even 80s sort of.
That reminds me of, that's got quite a psychedelic kind of look to it.
Absolutely.
I think the hexagon's lovely, and these will also coordinate with your other supersized nestables. So if you've got those, just your simple circles, use that with the this circle one, and then you've got your, this one, if you've got your simple circle nestables in between those layers, You've got great mats and layers for them as well, so they do all coordinate together.
So you can just add a hint of sort of one wavy edge around one of them, and the rest be quite simple if you want to. Just a quick note while you're just getting things together there, Sam. Stacey's Creations, welcome, that's the word I was looking for. I was going to say well done. Welcome to you. She said she's new to the channel. She wants to start buying from CraftStash. She's signed up for the newsletter and set the website to her home screen. Woohoo! And wanting to hear more on the VIP if anyone can. Well, hopefully I just filled you in with a little bit of that. $9.99 a year if you're in the UK. I think is it US peeps? You can probably correct me. I think it's $14.99 if you're in the US. And yeah, that gets you 10% off of everything you purchase, double points off of everything you purchase. That, I think 10% does exclude things like machines, offers and such, but that's always the exclusions with any discount. You get access to a VIP hub where there's great content, and every week there's new offers and bundles that only you can see. And of course, you're making huge savings on those. I'm sure everybody in the comments will be able to let you know. So Stacey is on YouTube, let you know why they love VIP. So if you want to join, or anyone else wants to find out details, it's www.craftstash.co.uk/VIP for all the details. There we go. Lots of people commenting. Brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Sam, I'll be quiet for a moment and let you demonstrate.
All right. Thanks, Lou. So for this one, I'm going to make it a 7x7 size. You can see the 8x8, and then I've just taken the next one down there. And I'm going to make a triple shaker card. I've done a double shaker before in a circle form many years ago. It's probably about 3 or 4 years ago now on my YouTube channel. And I thought, why not do a shaker live? That's just what everybody wants to do, isn't it? So I had
for punishment.
I know. I remember I done one live on TV as well, and I was like, what am I doing? Take a deep breath, dear. But it worked. So this is the supersized nestables. This is the 8x8 square set. Again, when you look into that, it is like looking down, like if you go to when you go to like the circus or a fairground or something, you look, they have those like funny mirrors and those rooms that you could go in, and everything's a bit that looks like that. It's quite good. It does, yeah. So I've used white card here, and I've just cut this one. Obviously, if you're using the 7, from 6 inches up, really, then you'll need your larger die machine for the supersized nestables. For those larger ones. Obviously, all these small ones will go through a standard machine. So yeah, cut that one there, just plain in the white card, and I will stick that possibly onto an 8x8. I'm just going to keep it kind of like a big topper for today, and then decide how I want to use it in a card. So what I've done is, just to explain this here, so this is my piece with the acetate on already, but you'll see there, so I've cut that one using the largest 7x7, and then I've just dropped down to the next one, and I've cut those two together. So just put a little bit of tape, run it through my die machine, and it's given me that frame. And
like you say, if you've got straight edge dies, this is where you could have made that inside one a straight edge, because they'll all nest together with your existing dies.
So if you've got the square supersized nestables, keep that as a solid square, and you've got it. So then you've got this next one down, but I skipped that, gone to the next one again, and cut. So you can see where I've got this frame. And then I've taken the next one under that. So then I've done the same, taped it together, passed it through using the pink to get that square. And then again, skip the next one straight after that. So I've got this size. Oh no, I skipped again. Double skip there.
Double skip.
You went a bit smaller, so you can see more of the sequins. So you can see, again, it's entirely up to you, but I recommend skipping 1 or 2, because you want there to be this, kind of gap in between the layers. So you're going to see your sequins. And then you can see how that one is giving me that little frame there as well.
Lovely.
Okay, so I then cut the acetate in the same largest size die that the card blank is. So this one here, cut it in acetate, and I've stuck it behind here, and I've cut myself some very thin strips of foam tape. I did clean my acetate before we went live as well. It's full of static now.
Oh, is it Monty hair?
No, thankfully I did give the desk a good clean, but that's so I just used some red liner tape, very thin, first to attach the acetate, and then I've just cut some thin strips of foam there, and I'm going to show you that in a minute with the rest. So what I want to do now is just decide how I want these pieces to be. So I've already put my tape on them. Now you could have them like this,
yes,
and then maybe one like that, but then I could do sequins that way. Maybe we could do it, but still it's kind of a quadruple, I guess. We'll do that one. Oh, like that.
That's nice.
Oh, maybe we'll do that. Yeah,
That
we'll
is
do
nice.
that. Okay, so just decide how you want your pattern to be. And again, I've already popped the red tape on the back here. Just take all that backing off. There's been some great ideas. I saw someone say they remind them of blankets. Someone else said the circle one for hogs.
Susie Bradley, who I'm actually not talking to today now because she's just said she's on a sunbed on a beach in Corfu. She says she loves these. They make her think of the rickrack she used on her daughter's dresses. That's cute.
Oh, nice.
It's cute, but go back to your sunbed. It's not so warm here today.
So that one there, and then we'll do this one at the same. Yeah, well, that'll be me next week, Lou. You know?
Oh, stop it.
Well, actually, no. This time next week, I'll be getting ready to finish my working week and then go. But yeah, just saying.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Astrid.
This one, I'm just going to try and make sure I've got as equal border as possible. There we go. I think that looks really
Monty's
cool.
not with you today, is he, Sam?
He is. He's just sleeping now.
He is there. Someone just said they saw his tail, and I was like, I didn't think he was there today.
Yeah, this is his cushion here. I try and push it out the way, but bless him. He is there. He's part of me. He's part of the crafting.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got that. So what I want to do now is, I'm making more work for myself because originally I was just going to have 2 big sections, but now I want to section off these pieces. So I've just cut these strips here. I've just put the Creative Craft product foam tape on some of this wax paper, and then I've just cut very, very thin strips with my scissors, so it just saves your scissors getting all messy, although I didn't anticipate them getting all tangled up like this. So let's just, there we go.
Pull away.
So I've gone very thin because of the rickrack width of the, you know, the frames that I've done. Yours might be thicker, but the idea is that you want to make sure that make sure I've taken the tape off the right side there we go. Is that the right side? Yeah. But it hides behind the each of the frames there. I'm just going to sit that way.
Lorraine, I'm just taking a look for you while Sam's demonstrating on your prize. So you just asked about her prize from last Friday. So I'm just double checking that customer services have sent it out for you, as long as you've contacted them with your address. So looks. Bear with me. I'll look at this while Sam's.
I'm not worried about the little gap here, because what I'll do is I'll have the sequins all the same in these 4 corners. I'm going to have a different colour, maybe some beads in here, and then some silver in the other piece. So that's why I guess this is still a triple, because that's actually one big area, even though it looks like they're all little quarters. But you could seal that off completely if you wanted to have, you know, different colours as well. But you can put beads, anything. But the idea is you want to make sure you butt your pieces right up to each other, so that none of them will contaminate and move into the other kind of areas. So again, just take the backing off there, and very, very thin here, but that's the nice thing about the foam. When you use it on the wax paper, you can really custom the width of the foam that you want.
Looks like they've got your details, Lorraine, but it's not been sent out yet, so it won't be much longer. I'll chase that for you after the live. Trish, hello to you. Rini as well. How do you win? So, Rini, we're not doing a giveaway today. On Monday, on the CraftStash channels, that will be, usually it's Facebook and Instagram, I believe. On every Monday, there's going to be a kind of a competition as such. What's she pointing at?
Who?
No, it's all right. I'm watching a delay on YouTube. You were pointing at where Monty was, and I was thinking that was live now. What's she pointing? No, I think it may be just my end, because I'm looking at the back of it, perhaps. Because I'm looking at the... Yeah, that is a bit behind. But anyway, so on Monday there will be a post going up, and that's going to be offering you the chance to win a collection or a bundle or something. And you'll have all week to comment, and then I will announce the winner during the live on the Friday. Okay, so that just means that you've got a whole week to enter on whatever platform it's on. So you can go searching through all the platforms. But also you don't have to be live to be our winner, because we'll have picked our winner by the time we go live. But if you want the announcement, you'll need to come back and watch the live a bit later to see if you are our winner. Does that make sense, everybody? Hopefully it does.
Okay, so I've just stuck that down, as you would have seen, and I've just taken the backing off of these ones just because some of it was already off. Ideally, I would leave the backing on everything until you have placed all your beads, or sequins. So what I'm going to do here is I've got these very small beads here. So I think I'm going to have these. Oh, here we go. This is when it's, even though it was the right way up, but I'm going to just tip these into, I'm going to tip them in the lid actually. It's a bit easier for me to decant them. So have these in here. Might get the odd one mixing in, but okay, there we go. So I think we'll keep those in there. Obviously I've done what I called a loaded shaker card, again quite a few years ago now, 3 or 4. I've got a really nice shaker playlist. There's probably about 15 shaker cards on there, and I've got a shaker card tips and tricks video as well. So if you've never made them before, have a little look, because once you've kind of got the knack to them, they're really,
such really good fun.
Yeah, really like them. And I just thought these Rick Rack I think will work actually very well with this. So I've gone quite full there because this is all going to drop down, remember, as well. So I do want it to stay and kind of fill the space. So we're going to do beads in that one. I think we'll do these hearts. These little sprinkle hearts. Again, everything kind of comes out the lid. This is my comfort zone. So although we're live, it's like I'm with family. So
yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter.
No, you lot. We don't judge.
No.
In our chats, in our little CraftStash family. So again, I'm just going to tip some of these out and just sprinkle them into each corner. They'll probably end up kind of acting like a little bit of a stopper in the corners there, so they probably won't move around too much anyway. So it'd be quite nice when the card's upright, these corners will still be quite full.
It's quite nice because when you have a shaker card and it is just stood upright, you do kind of usually have this blank area at the top. While we're speaking about shaker cards, if any of you are into digital crafting or you've purchased particularly a Cricut Joy machine, we've just started a series on CraftStash on the YouTube channel for those who have maybe not got it out the box or are thinking about buying one and a little bit wary because it is a machine and it could be hard to use, things like this. And one of the projects that I've made is a shaker card, but it's actually using the Cricut machine to cut out some words as the shaker windows rather than a square or a rectangle and such.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, it was really good, really easy project. So like I say, you'll find that on YouTube. You'll also find the first video in the series unboxing and getting the machine set up and ready to use. I've done it as a beginner, so I've not had a Cricut Joy machine before, never used one, so you know, I will go through with you and be learning at the same time. So no, Vicky, no one fancies coming to do your ironing.
I used to get paid to do ironing, Vicky. I'm actually very good at it. But I'm not doing it. I've moved on from ironing now.
I remember that.
So I've now added all the sequins. I've just gone for these little silver and white ones in the middle. Now, because my background is exactly the same size, I now just have to worry about lining up this white piece with the pink frame. So don't worry about, all of that, because sometimes you see people that like flip them and all that kind of stuff. So this is the easiest way. If you want to go for detail, do it this way, and then you can always add this then onto that bigger card size, however you want. I've gone a little bit wonky there, but that's fine. I can easily fix that because you can trim those bits off the back anyway.
Yeah.
But just make sure that all of that is all stuck down in all of the areas. You don't want any of those bits falling out.
It's when you pick it up, isn't it? Are any bits going to come out?
Hang on. Yay! Hey. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Monty's
I love
looking
it.
now. He's like, oh, is that a toy?
Yeah, I bet
he
is.
That?
Really love it.
Really, really cool. So,
and do you know what? It's the Rick Rack that sets it apart from anything else. Yes. If you did that with straight edge dies, it would be nice, but it would be a little bit plain, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, and then I thought, right, what can I do to just make this really salmon OTT? So we're going to add florals and everything else. So these are the lovely florals. There's only a few of the Chloe's kit left, and I know people have fallen in love with these flowers when they're stamped. So if anybody's wondering, it's from Chloe's Creative Cards, and it's box 41 from the Papercraft Society.
That's what Chloe does best, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now I am going to cover obviously some of the areas, but I think it's still going to look nice. If you want to just keep it like that, put a nice topper in the middle, then do so. I've got this one here. If you could see how that one would look in the middle there.
Nice.
But I thought I'm going to go way over the top, because that's what these demos have got to be. If we just do simple, boring ones all the time, then you're not getting much inspiration. So you
Absolutely.
can take what you want from this. Now I did fill up my glue. There we go. It still gets clogged up. So I'm going to try and stick these onto the cardstock areas. Let's do that one there, and then just kind of arrange these all around the bottom
what
kind
inks
of
did
corner.
you use to match?
I knew someone might
cardstock?
ask, so I didn't end up using Victorian Velvet. I used Worn Lipstick and Picked Raspberry
There we go.
for these here, and then for the leaves I used Cracked Pistachio and Peacock Feathers.
Lovely, jumpy.
And that's just white embossing powder, so again, really easy. Don't have to worry about colouring them in. Just let your inks do all the kind of work for you.
Hi Deborah, joining late. Hello to Brenda as well. Just joining us. Don't worry, there's no late really. We're just here. Just pop along when you can, if you can.
On top, I have some leaves down in that corner to fill that space. So we'll pop this one into there. There we go. Let's get this one popped up. This one is from the set. This is the CCP, which is, again, if you're a regular, you'll start to know what that is, but it's Creative Craft Products, which is what this is that I'm launching. And it's the Everyday Sentiments, really nice.
And this is why I keep stumbling every time I go to say Creative Craft Products, because we spent all week calling it CCP. And then I have to remember what it's actually called.
Yeah, you might have that one just down in there actually. There we go. So we've got a big explosion of flowers in the corner, and then I'm just going to start feeding in a few of these green bits just to break up that pink.
Hi Helen on YouTube. Helen, I put that video out that you were requesting, so hopefully you saw that, about the first Distress Oxide colours to buy. I think you did. I think you commented, but yeah, hopefully that helps you. Who else have we got? Who said hello? Probably lots of you, and I apologise. Oh, Lexi. Hi Lexi, how are you? Ronnie, it's 8 PM in Perth. And cold. Never think of Australia as being cold,
Yeah, it's their winter now, isn't it? Winter months.
A couple of people said it's freezing. How is it
Really?
for everyone? Yeah.
Oh, there's always something. There's always someone.
Yeah.
We can never get it perfect for everyone, unfortunately. Joys of technology.
Exactly.
And then let's just pop this one there.
Looks like it's all holding okay. This, and sometimes it can just be Facebook, I'm afraid.
So there you go. Just to show you don't obviously have to go that mad with it, but that is a real OTT card. You could put someone's birthday on that. It could be a real nice milestone kind of birthday, big number in the middle. But
Beautiful.
Just to show you how you can mix them, if you like making these really over the top. It does look lovely like that. Like I said, I'm probably going to pop that onto. I don't know if I've got. I'll just show you how it will look backed onto. Let me just cut this one down. I think it's going to look nice on a white 8x8, so I'll probably just make one. So I don't actually think I've got any. I just cut this piece. Just so you can see the frame against that. I think that'll look really nice.
We've got all sorts of weather going on everywhere. That's lovely.
Card. So you can see now I think adding more of that white just kind of takes away the busyness a little bit. I think that's a beautiful card, so you can see how that would look now. I'll just cut, if you don't have 8x8 shop boards, what I will do now is cut a piece of 8x8.5, and along the 8.5 side just score at 8 inches, fold that little tab over, add your glue and add it to the inside of this piece, and then you've got your side fold or top fold 8x8 card.
Wonderful.
And I think that looks really nice on there.
Yeah, that's really lovely.
So again,
Brilliant.
just for anybody that's late joining, that was the other sample I used using the rectangle nestables, and I've done a tutorial for this one, so you'll see that coming up probably next week. That's a similar way of using it, but with white foam in between the layers. That's the oval. So we've got oval, squares, rectangles, and then a tutorial's just gone up today making this fun spinning puzzle card, and this is using the circle ones, which someone said look like cogs, so great for masculine makes as well. I think that one.
They do. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? A sort of steampunk style with it.
Yeah,
that'd be lovely.
I think it would look really, really good.
Brilliant, fabulous. Thank you, Sam. I know you've got a live at 2 p.m, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
So,
I'm going to be doing my Made to Surprise mix and match over on the Mixed Up Craft Facebook page. So I will have a little think about what I'm going to do on that. I have got an idea actually, so I just need to check it's all going to work.
Do you want to, I mean, you can hang around while I do my demonstration, or you can
I'm
pop
still
off
going
and
to
get
keep it
ready for
on. Yeah, no, I'll still be here. That's fine. Just maybe mute me because I might be clanking about.
Okay, I'll do that. So I'll just do some housekeeping, and then I'll actually, it might be easier, Sam, if you can mute yourself your end, your end, if that's okay. Saves me doing it in a couple of different places. So thank you, Sam, and we'll see you again very soon.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Take care. So she's still going to sit in the background. She's going to listen. So don't say anything about her in the comments. I've got to remember not to say anything about her as well. So today we are doing a complete recap of everything that's launched on CraftStash over the past week. So we have had, as you've just seen, Creative Craft Products nesting dies. I'm going to do a little bit with some lovely Frida Kahlo in just a moment. We have had lots going on for Simply Made Crafts, lots of offers and bundles going on there. We've got the brand new Cricut Joy Beginners series launched on YouTube. We have had a look at the beautiful Australian brand Paper Rose as well. Again, on the CraftStash YouTube channel, there's a video that I did a couple of days ago using the Paper Rose products, and they are beautiful. Now, I have to say, a few of those products have now sold out, so to recreate the card, you might have a look and find something, an alternative, but just Paper Rose as a general. If you've not had a look already, their papers, sorry, it's Paper Rose Studio. Their papers are stunning. Now, as far as we were aware, we think we were the only UK supplier. That may not be the case anymore, but I think it's supposed to be. We're going to have exclusivity, certainly on some of their products. So definitely come and find them at CraftStash. You can have a look at those in brands. Okay, let's come down to my desk and let's have a look at this beautiful Frida Kahlo. So I'm going to be demonstrating, and I've done something a little different with the ephemera to what I'd usually do. So first of all, let's look at the products. Now, I did show you the papers earlier. We've got two brand new stamp sets. So we've got a Bird of Paradise stamp set. Now, as always with Frida, it's extravagant, it's detailed, it's intricate, and it's beautiful. So we have got Frida here with the beautiful sort of ferns and the flower, the Bird of Paradise flower, just coming out of the background now. Can you imagine actually sort of colouring that in with your alcohol pens, your watercolours, and giving it all those bright colours? Yeah, Linda, the Paper Rose papers are absolutely beautiful. Hello, Delcy, how are you? So we've got some gorgeous sentiments in here as well. I love this. Feet, what do I need? Hang on, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly? I think I'm going to use that on my card actually. Yes, you can. Amazing, and believe in yourself. And look at this monkey. Isn't that cute? Then we've got the ribbon stamp set. So we've got Frida here in the frame with the gorgeous ribbon, the butterflies, the florals. Again, we've got that cheeky monkey here. This is a lovely long stamp with the flowers as well. We've got borders. We've got One and Only, Genius, and Long Live Joy. Love that. I nearly said was it Live, Light, Love, Laugh, Love. Live, light, laugh, love. Is that the one? I nearly said that. It's not that. It's different. But these sorts of stamps at the top here, you've got squirrels and leaves and butterflies. These are the ones that are going to create you beautiful backgrounds. They're kind of your accent ones. So then we've also got our ephemera. Now we've got two packs. Ephemera is always so popular, so we've got two to choose from. You've got your florals and you've got your animals. Now I'm kind of picking and choosing more so from the florals today. Let's take a very quick look at both of these. I've already picked out the ones I'm going to use. You can see a hint of them here. With each of the ephemera packs, you've got your kind of postcard size images, your large images, so really super quick cards with those. You've got some frames in there as well. This beautiful butterfly here, and then we've got, oh, look at this, love that skull, that is just beautiful. Day of the Dead sort of beautifully coloured skull. And then we've got butterflies, we've got florals. As you can see, there's just so much here. Take a look online, you'll see some gorgeous examples of cards that have been made with these as well. I'm not going to try and put all these back into the packet right now. I'm going to pile them up here. I might want to use them anyway. And then the animals, these are really good fun. Hi Lena, how are you? Hope you're good. Don't worry, Antoinette, we'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining us anyway. She's off. So again, we've got the postcard size here. We've got things like this, just the leaves. And look at this, cheeky monkey. Love that. Love, love, love that. And there's so much here. Like I say, if you loved the first Frida, you're going to absolutely love the flamingo. Love this one too. More cheeky monkeys, look. Look at those. And you've got beautiful parrots there too. So they are the animals. Very much a summery tropical feel with this one. But I'm going to put together a quick card for you to show you just one thing you can be doing with this. Now I've decided that I'm going to put these gorgeous bright colours onto black cardstock. Usually I'd be thinking about white as my base, but I thought, you know what, if I do them onto black, what I could then do, and I've chosen to go with these flowers, not too many of the ephemera, to be honest, just a few. I've chosen to go with these flowers, and if you notice, I've coloured around the edge of my ephemera in black, and that just makes them stand out more. The colours pop more. And if I show you, oh no, I've just dropped the one that I was going to use. How typical is that? Let me just pop another one on here for you instead. The one that I was going to use, and I've just dropped it on the floor. Let's find another one here. Look at that. So you see the white, the difference when you colour it around the edge with black. Perfect. It just blends in. So I'll just take this one. This one will work instead of the one I was going to use, I'm sure. And I've been using an alcohol pen. So I'll just go onto the back of a scrap of black cardstock and just pop round the edge of this. It takes no time at all. If you don't have an alcohol pen, anything like a black colouring pencil will work. Alcohol pen's easiest because it is a glossy kind of effect to the cardstock or surface, and that way it's going to hold and dry really quickly. But any other sort of black pens you've got should work. So I like using the fine point on the alcohol pens as well, because they just gets into the detail so you don't lose those sharp edges. The colours in these are so beautifully vivid. They're amazing. Now, like I say, there is a paper pack as well, and the paper pack is not just papers. The paper pack also has some beautiful toppers in. Also, have a look at that on the website. I did flash up an image a little bit earlier for those of you who are here towards the beginning, and I can do that again in just a moment when I've put this card together. The card I'm putting together, actually, it's worth mentioning, that is, so it's a diamonds pop-up card, and you'll be able to find a template similar to this one to recreate it. In two places spring to mind. I'd imagine Sam's channel on YouTube has got this card that I'm going to be showing you as a tutorial somewhere. Sam can definitely probably comment in a little while and let you know. But also Craft World, I know, has this as a template for you to download somewhere also. So whether you like to do it by hand and measure, I'd go to Sam's channel to look for it, or if you like to use a template that you can print out and use, I would go over to Craft World for that. So just inking in the edges with these as well. So running my pen along the edge, because that's just going to mean that once it's on the black cardstock, you can't see those edges. Nice to have the animals that reflect the animals Frida put in her paintings. Exactly, Selena. Yeah, they're not just randomly chosen animals, are they? Great card, Sam. Awesome collections. Freezing, is it? Oh, for only 5 degrees. Everyone's saying it's cold over there. Vicky, why is this? I just imagine over there it's really warm. So the card style that I'm going to be doing, like I say, is this diamond pop-up. Now this is quite a large one. I've already done this because, like I say, you can go to Sam's channel, probably find the dimensions and everything, the tutorial to create this by hand, or go over to Craft World and find a template for something like this. So you've got the diamond pop-up. It might be called something slightly different. Type in diamond and I'm sure you'll find it. Now I wanted to go on to black, so what I've done is I've cut a panel of black cardstock here, and I've just gone all the way around the edge with just one of the stamps, and I used, let me just show you on this one, it's on the ribbon stamp set. I used just this little one in the top corner, that beautiful sort of leafy flourish there, and I just stamped that with embossing ink and put white embossing powder over the top. So let's get this glued down, because it's springy, I keep dropping it that way. For some reason, although it's a square, my measurements must have gone off somewhere because it doesn't quite fit on both ways. So I just thought add a little bit of interest. Now my go-to would be to get a white pen and add some faux stitching around the edge. I've just done it again. There we go. No, I haven't. That's that way. There we go. I am right. I was right first time. But I decided this time to do the stamping instead of the white faux stitching. So just bring that down a little bit. Lift that up. Straighten that up. Come on. There we go. Trouble is, when I'm crafting on my own, I'd get my head over there. I'd make sure that was nice and even and straight. And of course I can't do that today because you don't want to see the top of my head. I haven't had my greys done in a long, long time. So then on the base of the cardstock, by the way, this was a large 12 by 12 inch sheet of cardstock. And then I did also add this section on afterwards as well from the excess at the side. So I did use a much larger piece. I think you could probably use 2 A4 sheets of colour cardstock though. Love your white embossed panel. What a great idea. Really stands out. I think black cards, I think we should do more of them because colours really do pop against them, especially the white. Hi Tina, how are you? A bit late to the game today. Love what you've seen so far. A great tip for going around the edge of stuff so the edges do not show. Yeah, absolutely. You'll see when I put the card together how much those colours are going to look more like they just fit on the card. So I want to just do a quick border along the bottom. I think I might use this one actually. This is a really nice repeating border along the bottom of this edge, and I'll do it in the same way as I did with the top. So clear embossing powder. I just need to find my stamping platform. There we go. Whoops, plastic on there as well. Honestly, my craft room at the moment looks like, well, it looks like I've been in it for the last few days, to be honest, is what it looks like. It's a little bit of a mess. But it's Friday and I do tend to have a tidy up on a Friday if I can. So just popping that to the edge. If I go off the edge, that means I can then go off the edge this side and I don't need to worry about perfectly lining it up. I think I'm going to pull it up a little bit as well to have a bit of a black border at the bottom. So just pop my stamp in the right place. I've got an anti-static bag here, go along there, just so that I don't get anything static on there. And that means the particles for the embossing powder aren't going to stick where I don't want them to, because this is a really detailed and fine image. So just pop this one down first. I'm using the Wow embossing ink. Okay, it's a clear, slow drying ink, perfect for embossing. There are other embossing inks on the market, but this one is perfect. Just making sure I've got all the detail there because it's a large stamp. Lovely. And then I'm going to go along. Let's just bring this there. A bit more powder there because I did just lay my stamp down, which is a bit silly. So this evening my daughter's got her prom. It's her year 13 prom, so the last one. Now just here my stamp is going to come off the edge. I'm not worried, it'll be fine. So yeah, so this evening or later this afternoon we've got hair and nails being done. Well, I'm doing hair, then we're going to take her down last minute to do her nails just before she goes. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a fun evening. Quite an emotional evening, I think. It's usually your nose we see. I know, Vicky, I've always got my nose in here. But that'll be it. That will be high school done for them. It's quite sad. So white, I like to use, well, I've got 2 actually, and I love both of these. So I've got Sizzix or Wow embossing powder. I think both are on the CraftStash website, to be honest. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. This is going to capture my ink. So I say stay tuned to the CraftStash social pages. When we say social pages, we mean things like Facebook, the YouTube community tab, Instagram as well, if you're on any of those, because on Monday we're going to be kicking off with a giveaway and you can enter that. You've got the week to enter. And then I'll announce it next Friday. So as I say, the lives are going to change slightly. We're not likely to have many lives during the week anymore until the Friday. We'll save everything for a Friday, but there's going to be a lot more in the way of demonstration videos coming out for you instead. And and that just means you can sit back and watch in your own time. Oh, Lynn, she wouldn't go to her prom. The year 11 one, so the one at the end of GCSEs, my daughter was quite nervous about. She almost didn't go, but she did. She went in the end. She enjoyed it. She was quite relaxed about it. They wore trainers, a lot of the girls. Trainers under their dresses, but this time they're all that little bit older. There's a bar, they can drink because they're end of A levels. Most of them are 18. So yeah, so look out for photos over the weekend. Get those done before they go. Hopefully there's time. There we go. So just heat embossing. Honestly, white heat embossing onto black is beautiful. Just see how sharp that is. Lovely. I think that's all done. So let's pop this panel down now onto my card base. Bring that card back in. Now for the pink that I've done my card base in, I've just picked out one of the colours. There's so many colours within this Frida range that you could go to. So there's blues and greens and pinks and reds. So really, I could have gone with any colour here and it would have been absolutely fine. But I chose to go with a pink that sort of sits between the pink in the hummingbird and that gorgeous, almost purple flower there. There's shades of this in both of those. There we go. So I've got my card base, not too, I was going to say drastic, that's not the word, not too striking. And that sentiment, where is that sentiment? Here we go. Feet, what do I need you for when I have wings to fly? I'm going to do this now, excuse the rustling, because I don't want to be stamping once I've got all of my ephemera glued on, because I'm going to be putting it on with foam tape. Now, I talk to a lot of you about priming your stamps. I mention it all the time, and this is what I mean, is just take an eraser, a pencil eraser, when your stamp's brand new, and just brush over the surface. And you only need to do this once when it's new, just before you use it. Take off any little grainy bits that come off from the eraser, and that's primed. That's good to go then. And that just means that any sort of shiny surface that's left on the rubber stamp from the manufacturing process, that's then gone. I've got a bit of fluff in there, so let's lift that off. That's then gone, and you get your ink then sticks to your stamp much better. Just seeing a large glass stamp die on paper, set on paper wishes. I'll have to have a look at that in a moment. Large glass. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I will look into it for you. Who is that? Tracy Ann. I'll look into that for you. So let's just put that here. I should have done this before I glued my panel down, but I didn't think about it. There we go. And again, so let's use the Sizzix white embossing powder for no reason other than just to show you that they're both equally as good as each other. Tip this off onto my white paper. So weekend plans, everybody. Let me know, what are your weekend plans? Is it a relaxing one? Is it a busy one? I find we seem to have more to do in the summer, don't we? There's less relaxing weekends, more events to go to and things like this. So, hi Lorraine, how are you? You're saying good morning. Whereabouts are you? Are you in the States? It's afternoon here now. Unless you've just got up really late and you don't realise it's not morning anymore. I hope you're well. So let's just heat set this and then we'll put that ephemera on. Karen, packing ready for moving. I saw you said in a comment earlier, I didn't want to interrupt Sam and read it out, you're packing up your craft room, and you'd think that would mean you didn't want to buy more, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. Oh, Vicky's going on her friend's canal boat tomorrow. Hope the weather stays nice for you. Leanne, you've not been crafting for a few weeks. That's a shame. I don't know what I'd do without crafting. Maureen's going to buy a new bed for her daughter. Oh, Tracy Ann's going to Newbury. Off to Birmingham, and then to Iceland. Now, I assume you mean the country and not the shop. Lorraine's also going to Newbury to the show there. That'd be good. Who else was going there? Oh, Christine Stokes was going there as well. I was talking to her. See, that just fits within that. I should have actually measured that. That just fits within that space there. So, okay, let's get these on now. I'm going to use, it's CraftStash large foam pads. Could use the whole sheets instead, but these are just as good. In fact, for the flower, I could use a whole pad on here. Oh, Karen lives by the race course. Are you going then? Sam's holiday shopping. Yeah, rubbing that in again. What am I going to do? A whole, well, nearly 2 weeks without Sam. What will we all do? She's got so much prepared though. Like she said, you won't even know she's away. We've got lots going up on YouTube, lots of tutorials and things for you. So, staying in the house, Janine. It's too hot in Florida. Yeah, I'd imagine it would be this time of year. Okay, so just I'm using black foam tape or foam squares. Just make sure that will sit there. Yeah, because the black then won't be seen. So if I used white, potentially it could be seen. I'm just going to pop this. I'll just pop that over the flower a little. Can we fit a whole one on there? Just about. I don't think so. Let's just trim that down a tad. I'm going to put that bit on as well. Karen's trying to be good. It's just more for you to pack up, Karen, if you buy anything. Not that I'd ever discourage anyone from buying any sort of craft product. And then I think we can just pop another flower in the corner here. There we go. And hopefully you see how by edging in black that ephemera there. Let me hold this up for you so you can all see it. See, you've got the movement there. But isn't that just pretty? And actually a world away from the bright colours, because the beauty of this, there's so many colours within the ephemera and the papers. You can actually just pick a couple. So for example, the parrots there, if you were to just pick out yellows and blues from everything, and of course your stamped images, colour those in with yellows and blues. You don't have to go with the whole rainbow of colours if you don't want to. So there's an example for you using the lovely Frida Kahlo. This is this second edition of Frida Kahlo collection, exclusive to CraftStash. So we have the license for it. It's absolutely beautiful. Go and check everything out online. One thing I was going to do actually is just show you this once more, just show you the pattern papers again, so you can see you're not only getting papers, you're also getting toppers in there as well. Lots more sentiments for you, lots more imagery as well. So really, really beautiful. Okay, so I think I've covered everything today. Don't forget, Monday, keep an eye out for the giveaway for you to enter that. If you are interested in the Cricut Joy and learning how to use that, and hopefully some tips and techniques we'll pick up along the way, that's all on YouTube, so you can go and find the first video there. Each week there'll be a new video and new projects uploaded for you to follow along with too. So that's all there for you. Also, we've got Paper Rose too, the Australian brand Paper Rose. Please do have a look at that. I think it's absolutely stunning. Hopefully soon I'll get to do an entire video just on Paper Rose for you, so you can see, like a live, so you can see that in more detail, because there's stencils and dies and all sorts there. I think I've covered everything, everybody. Have a fabulous week and weekend, of course, and I'll see you again this time next week on Friday, 12:30. We've got a Sam launch. We've got a very exciting Sam launch, so we will both see you again then. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.